So welcome back everybody. In the last video we have seen certain basic HTML tags and their uses. In this video we are going to see some more HTML tags and we are going to also see the use of attributes that provide some more functionality to our programs. Okay, so the next tag we are going to see is the div tag. Now what is a div tag and why it is used? Div tag is actually used to group various other tags. Like for example, you can see that in the last video we styled the h1 tags and the p tag. But what if we want to style these all the tags together? Like if I want to style h1 tag and I also want to style the p tag together with the same styling. So how can I do that? One way is you take each tag individually and style them, and another efficient way is to use is by grouping them. And for grouping, we use the div tag. So, for example, if I want to style them together, I would first enclose them in the div tag like this. So, I have enclosed them in the div tag. And now if I apply the style to this div tag, it would be applied to all the other tags. I am increasing their font size to 60 pixels. So now you can see in the browser that their font size has been increased to 60 pixels. And now if I reduce it or to say about half, so now the font size decreases to 30 pixels. So this is what div tags or the grouping does. It helps you style various other tags in a grouped manner. Now if we just see how this div tag looks in the browser, you just inspect it and choose this element selector, and if I just hover onto this div tag here, you can see that when I hover onto this blue box appears. So this tells that all this content, all the tags and the p tag, this is all these are all enclosed by the div tag. So this is like a big bucket that contains other small buckets. So this is how a div tag does the grouping. So the other type of grouping element is span. So this span tag also works like the div tag. I can include various other tags inside it. Like I'll just copy this and paste it here. And if I save this, okay, let me pause this. You can see these. This is all enclosed in this span tag. You can see the difference. The elements in the div tag had the font size of 60. Here they have a font size of 30. So these are all enclosed in this span tag. So what is the difference between a div tag and a span tag? Let's see if you can find out. So if I apply the same style here, style equals font size 30 pixels. Oh, okay, if I change that to 40 pixels, and if I save that, you can see that the contents of this span tag now have a font size of 40 pixels. So obviously you can see a difference here. So if I just inspect this, and now if I hover onto the div tag, you can see always we have seen that it does show a container. But if I hover onto the span tag, you can see here that you don't see any container. So why is this happening? This is because div tag is a block level tag and span tag is an inline tag. And I had already told you in the last video that block level tags occupy their own width in the screen and inline tags does not show that behavior. So in overall we can say that div tag is a block level tag as well as a generic tag. Generic tag means it can contain other types of tags, and span tag is a generic tag but it is an inline tag. Okay, so the next thing we are going to see are the attributes. Attributes are actually key and value pairs. These are used inside the tags itself. For example, this is a tag you write an attribute key, like I write here name, which is equals to some value. So this is the basic syntax of a of an attribute. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention: if you want to comment anything in the document, you can just uh, bring the cursor to that line and just press CTRL plus Control plus slash, and this would make it a comment. So moving further, let's see some other tags and the corresponding attributes. Let's first see the image tag. Image tag takes an attribute called the source attribute. Short form is SRC, and which takes the URL of the image to be embedded. Notice here one thing, that I am not using an closing tag for the image tag because this is a self-enclosing tag. There are some other self-enclosing tags also, which we will see further. Now just go on to Google and select an image of your choice. Like I am taking an image here, copy its image address and paste it in the source attribute. And now save and move on to your document, and you can see that MSD image has been uploaded. So this is how image tag is used. So the next tag we are gonna see is the anchor tag or the link tag, which is written with an opening and a closing A tag, and it takes an attribute which is written as href, which also takes a URL of the destination web page or the website where you want to reach. For example, if I want to make a link to this fabulous website about which I am going to tell you in some other video, just copy the link to this website and paste it here, and write some text here, link to website, and save it. Go to your document, you can see, I think it is okay, so I have not closed it here. Just save it again. You can see a link here now, and now if I click here, you will see that I am reaching out to this website. So these are some of the basic HTML other HTML tags that one should know, and we are going to use these tags to make various other projects. Okay, so the next tag I want to introduce you with is the using the UL tag. Now UL tag and the LI tag. So UL tag and the LI tag are used to make lists. Lists are very important for a web page, as you have seen. We make lists for various purposes, like when you open drop down, you see a list of options, or a list of options on the sidebar, or when you have to mention certain points in your web page, you use lists. So making lists is very important, and to make lists we use the UL tag. Now UL tag is an overall wrapper for a list, like it's a big container that encloses other small points that you have to include in the list. These points are written using the LI tag. Like if I want to make a list of fruits, so I would write here oranges, then another LI tag, and then another LI tag. And if I save this, and you can see a list made here which contains these small bullets. So HTML provides this beautiful way of representing lists with bullets. You can do many other things also. You can also include a list within a list, like you have made this, you want to add a variety of apples, so you can make a UL tag inside this, and you can make another LI tags like green apple, I'll just copy paste it. Green apples, red apples, and if I just save with this, you can see another list made inside these apples. So this is how you make lists in HTML, and these are quite useful, and this all includes the basic HTML tags that one should know to make HTML pages. Okay, so here I have an assignment for you. You have to recreate this web page that I have created here. Though it looks simple, it has certain things to know for. For example, the text here has a font size of 25 pixels, and except these two words which have a font size of 30 pixels. Also, you have to italicize this line here. This should be bolded, and also I have created this list here. Another thing is that I have included this anchor tag here, which on clicking takes me to the page source of this image I have pasted here. So I will provide the link to this image in the description box. Okay, so when you do this assignment, do send me a screenshot of the web page you have created, and if you have any doubts regarding what to be done, or you have any other doubt, you can post comments and ask questions. I'll provide you link to my I'll provide you the email address of my mail. You can send me the screenshot there, and also you can ask me questions there. If you have any other doubts regarding what to be done, you can also go to our previous videos. Okay, so that's all for now. In the next video, we are going to start with HTML forms, and after that we are going to see HTML tables. So if you like this video, please do like this video and share this video with your other friends, and also subscribe this channel so that I get motivated to make more videos for you to learn and develop in this web development field. Thank you and happy learning.